Some women are still waiting to exhale more than 30 years later. And honestly, that's the part I don't think we talk about enough. Because when people talk about waiting to exhale, they usually talk about it like nostalgia, the soundtrack, the friendship, the hair, the outfits, Angela Bassett setting that car on fire. But I don't think the movie became legendary because it was entertaining. I think it became legendary because women recognized themselves in it before they had language for what they were experiencing. Savannah moved across the country for a man who emotionally could not meet her there and kept trying to perform certainty while unpacking disappointment alone. Bernadine built an entire life around sacrifice and support, only to realize she had disappeared inside the architecture of somebody else's dream. Robin kept chasing emotionally unavailable men while calling it bad luck, because bad luck hurts less than recognizing a pattern. And Gloria had spent so much time holding everybody else together that she almost forgot she was an actual person with desires and needs of her own. That movie was not just about relationships. It was about women surviving emotional deprivation while still functioning. That is a very different conversation. And the reason I think it still hits women this hard 30 years later is because the conditions that created those women never actually disappeared. A lot of women are still performing strength while emotionally underwater, still overriding themselves, still carrying everybody, still confusing endurance with alignment, still rebuilding the same life in different forms because they were never taught how to ask, what do I actually want when I'm not managing everyone else's comfort? I watched that movie as a kid. I did not fully understand what I was looking at yet, but I remember feeling something in my body because even then, you could feel the exhaustion underneath those women. You could feel the survival. And now, watching it as an adult woman, whew, now I can see the nervous system inside the story. I can see the performance structures, the emotional suppression, the self-abandonment, the waiting. Because that's what a lot of women were actually doing, waiting. Waiting for the marriage to finally feel safe, waiting for the love to become mutual, waiting for rest, waiting for honesty, waiting for permission, waiting for the life they built to finally feel like home. And some women are still waiting. That's part of why I created The Exhale, not as another place for women to perform healing beautifully, but as a place where women can stop holding their breath long enough to hear themselves again. Because eventually, there comes a moment where survival stops feeling noble and starts feeling expensive. And that moment changes everything. Some women are not confused. They are exhausted from carrying lives that no longer fit the person they became while surviving them. And honestly, I think a lot of women have been trying to exhale for decades.